Oh, hello.
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 Today is Sunday, the
The
6th
6th of October.
October 2019. So I haven't done an update in quite a while now, and there's a number of reasons for that. The first is I was admitted into where we are now, which is the Somersham ward at Ipswich Hospital, which is the specialist oncology ward for the hospital here. And so they only look after patients who have cancer. And I was admitted in a bit of a hurry, basically on the back of the fact that I went downhill very quickly. I had my chemotherapy that you'll see in the last video of the series, and then really got hit around the head with that quite quickly, and didn't cope very well. And as a result, I was vomiting a lot. The radiotherapy continued in the background, and I was vomiting a lot. I was continuing to feel nauseous all the time. Anytime I moved, did anything, I opened my eyes, I'd feel sick. I was vomiting anything from food, which I might have eaten, all the way through to mucus, which is just sort of lodged in my throat, through to blood and other stuff that's kind of lodged in that sort of tract. And so it got a bit scary. Came in here.
And the pain?
There, and the pain was excruciating because I got ulcers all the way up through my throat and at the back of my neck as well. And the painkillers that I was being given just weren't really hitting it hard enough. So we came in here. They gave me some anti-sickness. They gave me some sort of enterprise strength painkillers to try and deal with it. And then the following day, when we had to go through an unusual route, but ultimately I got admitted into Somersham ward that evening. And I couldn't speak, couldn't do anything, couldn't think. Looking at a screen was difficult. And I'll admit that even up to this morning, looking at a screen, even the mobile phone screen, was really difficult to do. My concentration is down to about 30 seconds or so. It's not very good. And trying to look at a screen makes me feel very nauseated. So it's not something. I can't watch movies, I can't reply to emails, I can't read Facebook, I can't do Twitter, Instagram, any of that. It's off the cards because I just can't A, concentrate, or B, do it without vomiting. So
you haven't told the whole story.
Okay.
Because what happened is that you didn't receive your last 2 chemo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because his blood test results were not good. His white cell count is through the floor. The red cell count is not good either. Yeah. And there's a few other things. So there was that.
So yeah, we just...
The other thing... No, you don't interrupt me this time.
Okay.
The other thing was that the vestibular system, or nerve, has been damaged. It's in the inner ear, and it's been damaged by radiation.
Well, we don't know it's been damaged. We know it's been upset.
Oh yeah,
that's
a nice way to say.
We believe that the inner ear, the middle ear, is part of what has been upset, and the fact that some of the radiotherapy is going through my brain stem is also causing some of the vestibular
So that's one of the reasons why probably you feel dizzy and sick so much, because the sickness is actually terrifying. He has to have a cartridge in his arm, and it's changed every 24 hours, and it's one of the most potent antiemetics that you can have. Like, he's having 25 milligrams of fentanyl, and at some point he was taking oral Morph-2 at the same time, and paracetamol because he was having terrifying headaches. But if you want, the good news was that he was taking so many meds, that basically he won't remember much of what happened. But when we came to see him, it was not very nice because you were mostly unconscious, and when he was not unconscious, he was really sick and he was really in pain. So today is a great day.
Today is a much better day.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, even yesterday I was all wobbly and all over the place. I'm able to talk at the moment. But yeah, so we stopped the chemotherapy because I was not well enough to do chemotherapy, but we continued with the radiotherapy. We did not stop with the radiotherapy. That was the most crucial part of my treatment anyway. So the radiotherapy has now stopped. That stopped on Monday of this week, just passing now. So I've done all of the radiotherapy that I need to do. And now it's just the aftermath of that. A lot of people don't realise, but radiotherapy continues to affect the human body up to sort of 2 or 3 weeks after the radiotherapy has been completed. So even though I've had the radiotherapy is now complete, and you can see how I've got sort of this red line where it's affected.
The skin is very damaged.
Yeah.
It's so dry and it's breaking.
Yeah, so I have a moisturiser which I
Chicken
put
neck.
on. Yeah, chicken neck.
Turkey's neck.
So even though the radiotherapy is stopped, much like a suntan, if you get sunburn,
Sunburn, yeah.
it's the same kind of thing. It continues to affect the area that has been affected long after the original inception of that damage. So we expect me to get slightly worse before I get slightly better. The good news is that I am able to talk. I'm brighter than I have been in a few days. I am beginning to be able to reduce and tolerate some of the drugs a little bit better as well. So that's good. Those are all good signs. The actual lump itself is now quite small. It's really tiny. It hasn't disappeared entirely, and I think the intention was that it disappears entirely. It has not done that, so we just have to wait and see. And then the next stage in the treatment, as I understand it, and again I'm waiting to be corrected, is that I will have a CAT scan or a PET scan at either Colchester or Norwich, and that will then tell us whether the cancer cells in my tonsils have been eradicated completely, and only then will I know that we're clear. And if they're still there, then that's another battle we have to fight. But we're hopeful that we're over that kind of little hurdle. And that's about it. We're accepting visitors. As I say, I'm in Somersham Ward H4 for however long I continue to be here.
You can wake him up.
You can wake me up
if you
if you
come.
need to. But yeah, so I am here, so please do come and visit. Don't worry too much about being too infectious or whatever anymore. That's not a problem because I'm not doing chemotherapy.
And he was having antibiotics for the past 10 days,
well,
so...
It doesn't really matter. So the lift on people that have been around small children is now, the bar on people that have been around small children, that has now been lifted, and please do come and visit, come and say hello. And yeah, and in terms of presents, I'm still not eating. I'm still being fed.
Sorry. I had bronchitis, by the way.
I'm still being fed entirely through the rig, so I'm still not eating or drinking, and really that's probably the next stage or next part of my recovery, is to get to the point where I can eat or drink. So that's it for an update, I think. Thank you to all those who have sent their best wishes and have helped us out. I appreciate it. Fish pies being left on doorsteps.
Yeah.
T-shirts with crazy...
Cannelloni.
Yeah, with things like cannelloni being left on the doorstep as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we appreciate it. All right. And I'll make another update when I'm out of here. Probably. Speak to you then. Bye.